What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today is the day we're taking the blue wagon to inspection. I hope it passes first try. I mean, if it doesn't, it is what it is, but it would be cool to finally have a car go first time in and pass on the first go around. We'll see. I had mentioned yesterday's video, we had a bit of a misfire going on in the car. I pulled the first plug out and she's not looking, she ain't looking too hot. There's like dirt and grime on there. So yeah, these are pretty bad, but I don't have time. I have an appointment for inspection today and I don't have time to go get plugs first. The car still runs, obviously has a slight misfire. What I'm gonna do right now is try and clean these as best I possibly can, put it back in the car, hopefully it runs a little bit smoother, and then later, once the car hopefully passes the first try, we'll get new plugs, a new cold pack, that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm gonna clean this real fast, hop in the car, and then we're off to inspection. All right, well, it's not perfect, but it's definitely a million times better than how it was before. Currently sat in traffic. There's a slight chance I might not make it in time for my appointment today, but it's okay because I got the wagon running really good now. The last clip you guys saw, I cleaned off all the spark plugs, the original ones, out of this car, and then I started with the car. It ran better, and then the misfire got crazy bad. So all right, I can't go like this, but I don't have any new spark plugs, and I can't drive the car as it currently sits. But I remembered I had kept the box of the original 180 spark plugs I had out of my AWP. Now they're not brand new, but they're in good running condition, so I tossed those in this car, and now it's running smooth, no misfire. The power feels much better than before, so she's good to go. Again, we might miss inspection for today, but at least the car is running smooth and there's no issues there. All right, well, I just pulled up. They're supposed to be open till 3 today, but everything's closed up and I'm not really sure why. Interesting. So looking at the hours here, today's Friday, 7 to 11, and then 12 to 3 p.m. It's currently 2:18, and they are completely closed up. I'm not really sure why. I know the last walk-in's 2:30, but I'm here before that. But yeah, the entire place is closed up. No one's there. So I guess we'll come back Monday. I mean, it gives me more time to sort stuff in the car, but I want to have it done today. But for some reason, they said 40 minutes early, we're done. All right, well, I guess it is what it is then. So I've been looking at this more. It almost looks like this, like that's the original paint. This is whatever the fading is. It almost looks like this was painted. Like, look right here, you can see it's kind of like textury. Like, I feel like this, like, lighter color is on top of this, but I'm not sure what they did or why. I don't see any rust, and I didn't like cut it and weld it back on. Somebody said they think it was because there's a car cover on it. This isn't from a car cover, I don't think. And the spots are too inconsistent to actually like be like rubbing away. But it looks like this is painted over the actual color. Whether they tried to just match it or I don't know what happened, but if you look real close right there, it looks like this is on top of that. I could be wrong, but that's how it looks at least. It's just weird. Like I said, if you look over here, it's just in such weird spots. Like, there was no rust here. You wouldn't just, it's like perfectly on the line. It's just in such weird spots. Like, there's no like, that I can feel, but like, I don't know, it's in weird spots. I don't know what it is. It looks like some sort of paint over this for whatever reason, I don't know. Yeah, if you look down here, if you look under the chip spots right here, you can see that color down here. I'm gonna pick it off a little bit, let's see. Yeah, see, it comes off. So whatever this is sprayed on, because as right now, you can see I'm picking it off right now, and you can see the original surf blue under whatever this is. So I'm not sure what happened here or why, but it comes off. People probably cringing right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, look at that. So surf blue was under this, and I don't know why it got sprayed or what happened, but it's there. It's on the roof, it's over there on the rear. Maybe they wanted to paint the entire car like matte, and they got like part of the way and decided they didn't want to paint it anymore. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's right here, look at, you look at the line. You can see surf blue on the inside of the hood, and then on the top you can see where they didn't like tape off, and the actual paint lines right there. Yeah, this is all painted. This might actually come off. I wonder if I can, oh, is it rubbing off right now? Is it coming off? A little bit, right? I can't tell if I just like grease from my hands, or it looks like it might be rubbing off a little bit. Maybe I'll try and clay bar this and just see what happens. It'd be cool if it was gone. I mean, it might just come off. It scratches off no problem. There might be a way to actually like wipe all this off, because that'd be cool. So it's kind of funny. I was looking back over all the cars we've owned since we've been here. And before I moved to Germany, I've never had a Mark IV. I've always wanted a Mark IV GLI, or I wanted a TDI wagon. I thought it'd be like the best daily ever, but I had no Mark IVs in the States. We've now had, with the addition of this one, this is our 8th Mark IV, just here in Germany, which is wild. We still have 3 right now, my Jetta Wagon VR6, the R32, and now this one, but we've had 8 in total. Now, I will say, I'll choose a Mark III over Mark IV any day of the week, but I gotta give it to the Mark IVs. These cars they're good. They make for great dailies. They look good when you modify them, and they're just so comfy to drive. Like, as I'm driving this car, I mean, it's bone stock, it has some wheels on it, but the car is bone stock, and I just enjoy it. It's a simple car. I love how the O2J feels. They're just good. The Mark IVs are just good. I think they're great for dailies. They're great for engines, for Mark IIIs, but I'll give it to the Mark IVs. They're not too bad. The more I look at this car, the more I like it. It's just a simple, good looking car. I love the blue. It's very like summer kind of vibes. And the interior's growing on me. I like the blue outside. I like the blue seats. I didn't think I was gonna love the tan. I don't love the tan, but it's growing on me. It's a cool car. Just a cruising, windows down, sunroof open. Simple, cool. I'm about it. At this point, I'd say all this car needs to be like a perfect daily, in my opinion, is just be lowered. That's it. Just bring it down maybe 1.5 inches. Nothing crazy, just a better look and perfect. What kind of sucks though, because I want to have the car inspected today. That way it could pass today and then put the coilovers on tomorrow. But now I might have to wait until next week after it goes through. Or I could lower the car and keep it to their height. I think you have to have a minimum of 9 centimeters. It's as low as you can go. But the problem is my front KWs are kind of seized up, so they're kind of just at the height they're at. So there's really no adjustability to the front ones. But we'll see how low it actually goes. Might do it tomorrow. We'll see. Because I mean, if it fails, it fails. I don't care. I can have it low. It can fail. It is what it is. So we might do the KWs tomorrow. We'll see. So believe it or not, I don't completely hate this radio. I wish it was OEM, but it's not the end of the world and it functions pretty nicely. What I do hate though, it sits like 40,000 feet out where it should sit, and I don't know if I can push it in. It seems jammed up. Like it's too big for the spot. And you have this open, you can see how it kind of sticks. This doesn't go down far enough, so your cup sits too high. I wish it would go in all the way. What? I'm gonna break it. I feel like it's stuck on something. Like it's too big to be in there. Can I pull it out? I'm gonna yank the faceplate off. I don't want to do that. I guess it is what it is. It's only like a 2-week car, but like stuff like this will bother me because it's just like not where it's supposed to be. Okay, well, I don't care. All right, so it's currently Saturday. In about 20 minutes, the guy's gonna pick up the stock exhaust from R32. So this is leaving us, but in the meantime, I'll go into the garage and I have a whole bunch of center caps I've kept from different wheels, like just nice ones. But it looks like these ones might fit perfectly in here. I wanna see. So let's pop in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah. That's much better. Now, obviously, these aren't for these wheels. Looks a bit more complete. Now, the question will be, will it fit in the rear with the cap? I think it should still fit. That's so much better. So much better. I said there is actual center caps. It's a big plate with the hex cap on top of it that screws into there for these wheels, but I mean, I have these laying around, so why not use them? Also looking in here, the shift boot is pretty worn out. There's like a piece chipped off on the side. I'm pretty sure I have like a newer one inside here. Also, we have a Honda Odyssey now. It's just a friend's car, but Honda Odyssey, the first Honda in, it's out of place, you know, but right here, there it is, look at that, see? This is why I collect so many parts, because when I get a new car, I have everything I need. So, new shift boot, pretty much brand new shift knob, real good shape. So, toss this in and get that old crusty unit out of there. All right, now last thing, I'm trying to decide if I want to toss on the KWs today. The problem is my front ones from my Wagon, they're just like, they're old, they've been used a lot, and the front ones you can see, the perches are just stuck. I've tried everything, they just do not move. They're stuck where they're at, and the car might be a little bit too low. I'm trying to keep it I would like it to pass inspection, but if not, it is what it is. But these ones, I don't know, they kind of clunk now, so I might not want to use these ones. What I also have are these. These are FK lowering springs that you put on your factory struts. So I have the rears here and the fronts here. I might toss those on today because the car shouldn't go too low, but it should reduce the wheel gap and look much better. That's all I really need. So these are the rears, these are the fronts, and actually up here, this is the stock rear off my VR6 wagon, I believe. Put them side by side, you can kind of see. Just a little bit shorter, maybe like, I don't know, inch drop or so, which I think would be okay. And then the fronts are there, which I have a front spring. I have a whole front strut actually. Let's see. This is a whole, actually no, slide off fast. Get off there. All right, so factory front spring versus FK front spring. Yeah, looks like you'll get about an inch or so, give or take. Front and rear, which I think would be perfect. Again, I would love to put the KWs on it, but the fronts I just can no longer adjust. They're kind of just at where they're at. And you see this one's lower than this one, and it's just a nightmare. If I hit these anymore, they're probably gonna break. So I think these KWs have probably seen all they're gonna see. I think today we'll toss on the lowering springs and just get it a little bit lower, but should be fine. Dang, so I just found something that I totally forgot I had. It's been in the back of the barn for I think like 2 years now. The roof box. And I think this should go on that. Whatever parts I have remaining here, I'm just gonna toss in this car and just make good use of them. I could try and sell it, but I think at this point I might have lost the key to, I might still have it, I gotta try and find it, but these are still open, I believe. Good, yes, so I can still tighten it down and put it on the car, but I think roof box, wagon, why not? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta say, I'm having a lot of fun with this car. It'll be short-lived for only like 2 weeks or so, but still, she's looking pretty cool. At this point, until later in the day, I don't know if I'll have time to actually lower the car today. Maybe, but if not, got center caps, got new wheels, got a roof box on it. She's looking pretty cool. Also, this thing is slapped full of so much stuff. Got to make a run to the dump, throw all this trash away. We still have a bunch of just stuff to throw away at this point, but this is why having a wagon is so nice, because now I can just pack this thing full. Wagons are just the best, you know? Mark 4 squad rolling out. You know, I haven't said it in a while, but if you're thinking about it, even if you're not thinking about it, you should think about it. Get yourself a wagon. It is the most useful thing ever, and they look great. They're comfy. Get a wagon. If you're thinking about it, this is me telling you, go on eBay, go on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace right now, look for yourself a wagon. I don't care what kind of wagon it is, but I'm telling you, you need a wagon in your life. You need to. Ever since my first Bora wagon, I will never not have a wagon. And for like, I don't know, the 2 weeks or month or so that my wagon was gone, we had only the GTI and like small cars. You need a wagon in your life at all times. I'm telling you right now, this is my message to you. Do it. You will not regret it. Do it. So, out with the old and in with the new. I always say stuff like this, like little things, will make your interior look so much better. So this is good to go. I'm thinking next we might need an OEM 3-spoke. Not a wood one, just an OEM leather 3-spoke. But the 4-spoke ones I don't love. I like being able to drive like my hand down here, but I don't love, I don't know, it's kind of a very boring look. So maybe a 3-spoke. Okay, so it is much later now, but I decided I'm gonna do the springs on the car today. The rest of the week is super busy, so kind of my only time to do this would be right now, so it's getting done. So before I go ahead and toss on the new springs, I went ahead and measured from the center of the fender to the ground. The front of the car is at 26.5, and the rear of the car is like right at 27, but let's call it 26.5 all around. Give you the current look, and then I'll show you has me quite excited. This is the stock spring from the 2.0 next to the FK lowering spring. Look how much of a drop that's gonna be. When I was at home, I showed you guys the stock spring from the VR6 wagon, and between that one and the FK spring is only about maybe that much difference. But from the 2-liter spring, we're gonna have about a 2-inch drop, which is sick. I wanted to do the KWs, but the purchase were stuck, so I'm gonna settle for the springs, but it looks like we're gonna have quite a nice drop, which I am perfectly fine with that. All right, so front springs are officially done. About to start in the rear. Got some FD Atlanta going right now. There's a chance June 6th, the FD round in Orlando, we might be there. We'll see if everything works out with us getting back to the States and driving all over the place, but we might be at FD Orlando, which would be sick. All right, here's your side-by-side stock 2.0 spring next to the FK spring. I wonder if I just had them set super crooked, because I mean, like, even this one's more than the last one, or the VR6 springs are just smaller than the 2.0 springs, which is also very possible. But either way, there's your size comparison. All right, my friends, FK springs officially done. The wagon's coming down. I'm curious to see how much this car drops. I pulled those springs off the car at the junkyard, but I can't remember how it sat, so we're about to find out. I don't need slam, but if most of the wheel gap's gone, that'd be sick. All right, where will we stop? Ooh. Okay, that's not bad. Now we have to lift. Oh, we're starting to lift? Ho, ho, ho. I mean, okay, so as it sits right now, the car already went down a good little bit, but we're still on the lift. You can see here, which means we have more to go down. So I'm gonna get the jack, lift up the car a little bit. Actually, I'll put some blocks under the car and I'll roll it back off, but it's gonna go lower than this, which is sick. Like I said, I don't need slammed. I just wanted some of the wheel gap gone. And right now where it's at now, I would be okay with, but it's gonna go down farther than that, which is sick. So let me go back up, put some blocks into the car, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, wagon is officially back on the ground, off the lift. And I gotta say, for springs, that's not looking bad at all. So we went from 26.5 from fender to the ground all around. Now we're down to 25. So 1.5 inch drop, nothing too crazy, but it made the car look way better. Now the rear looks lower than the front because the front wheels poke out more than what the rear does. If you see here, the front sits out a bit more. The rear is more sunk. If you look at this, you can see how much further they sit. Honestly, the rear needs like a 20-25 mil spacer to put it way out here, and then the cars look nice and even. I might have to get some spacers, you know, just for the rear, because like the sunk rear wheel, I just don't like it. I don't know. I might have to order some spacers because I need to see that wheel face like way here by the fender. But for springs, I quite like it. So in a matter of days, we got new wheels, tires, brakes, caliper's been painted, new shift knob, new shift boot. We got a roof box on it now. The car's lowered. This thing's been a lot of fun. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Thinking about it now, I still have the side skirts I made for the Bora wagon a long time ago. They were Audi A4 side skirts. I cut them in half, shortened them down, and I put them on my wagon. Now, I didn't send them back to the States. I didn't want to keep them anymore because I have these Zender ones now for my wagon. But they're just sitting at home. Maybe, huh? Maybe we toss them on here. Could look pretty cool. Now, I don't have a front lip, I don't have a rear lip, but I think the side skirts aren't too aggressive. They would still look good and flow with those factory lips. I think we'll do it. And I think that'll probably be the end of modification for this car. Just stuff I had laying around, toss it all in the car. It's kind of crazy, actually, think about it. Everything on this car is from the junkyard. Bought the car here, the wheels are from here, the center caps are from here, the roof box is from here, the springs are from here. I mean, like, this is almost a completely 100% junkyard built car, which is sick. It's so much fun, just throwing stuff together. And there she is. So I think we're gonna end it off here. This video is kind of all over the place. I'm glad I got to do this because the rest of the week is super hectic. It does suck though, didn't make it to inspection, but we'll go on Monday. We'll see if we pass. I still have to replace the torn axle boot on the passenger side. At this point, I don't really care that much. The car is probably gonna fail for that. Doesn't matter. I'll get 30-day temp plates, but probably on the 16th or 17th, I'm bringing this car back to the junkyard, or I might sell it to somebody. We'll see. But yeah, we'll have this car for like 2 weeks almost exactly, and it's been fun. Just a nice little daily back in a wagon, fun content for a little bit. The last sort of like small mini project before we're out of Germany. So I think worked out well. And again, buying this car and doing all of this stuff, still cheaper than me renting a car for 2 weeks and having some like Toyota Ego or something dumb. This is way cooler and so much more fun. So again, gotta end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. One more look. Not a bad car at all. Peace.